Section 4. Welcome to Super Sunday 2 from the Carrier Dome on the campus of Syracuse University in Syracuse, New York. Welcome to state Class A quarterfinal action. The Vestal Golden Bears come in with a record of 9-1. Today's opponent out of Section 3, 8-2, the Comets from Carthage High School. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's state quarterfinal action. Steve Hyder and my partner, Dale Drypolcher. And this ought to be a very interesting game today, Dale, for Vestal. This should be the stiffest competition they faced to date.
Well, a tradition-rich team out of the Southern Tier, and to get here, they beat two teams combined score 100-12. So they did not have much competition in Section 4 to get here. I think they're going to have some today with the Comets of Carthage.
As you'd expect, key players have brought these teams to this point. So first, let's take a look at Mike Young.
Well, number 14 is really the key. He's a great athlete. He's thrown for 16 touchdowns. He's a cornerback on defense. He's also a good runner. The thing is, he's the real key, and they said if this guy gets the ball going up in the air and airs it out, Vestal's going to be very, very tough.
And for Carthage, this guy does it all. He's also signed a letter of intent to play lacrosse at Syracuse University, Josh Kaufman.
Josh Kaufman, great athlete, also has 16 touchdown passes, almost 1,400 yards passing, a great runner, a great all-around athlete. So it's one of those tradition things, both quarterbacks, both keys. Let's look and see how this game comes out. Should be a great one.
I'm looking forward to it. Carthage versus Vestal. They're ready to get it on right after this timeout. Thanks for being with us on Cable 13.
What if you had to choose between a flower and an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Could you choose between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Now you can choose all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with.
Welcome back to the Carrier Dome for New York State Class A quarterfinal high school football action. Vestal and Carthage ready to go. Steve Hyder and Dale Drypolcher with you, and Vestal will be receiving to start things off. And for Carthage, kicking off will be number 31. His name is Pung Jeffers, a 5'10", 165-pound senior for the Comets. Underway, squib kick, and bounces along turf, picked up for Vestal by number 7, Tony Berube. Berube upfield, he's all the way to the 35, brought down by Carthage, number 63, Don Dorchester. So pretty good kick return by Tony Berube to get things going. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Golden Bears. The quarterback is Young, Davis, and Johnson in the backfield. A flanker, Berube, split end Jordan, and Spencer at the tight end. The offensive line, Claprod, Smith, Sahe, Tanton, and Smith. First and 10, ball at the 35-yard line for the Vestal Golden Bears. Quarterback Mike Young, snap goes over his head. He recovers it. Let's see what he's able to do. Pretty good job of recovery there, but that snap by the center, Sahe, over his head.
Absolutely not a good way to start, and Cheney eventually chased him out of bounds. A big defensive tackle.
For Carthage, Bush, Souza, Hickey, Cheney, and Dingman on the defensive line. The backers, Stella and Dumas. And in the defensive secondary, it's McKenna, Jeffers, Kaufman, and St. Laurent. So now faced with a 2nd and 21 after this bad snap.
Yeah, just out of the shotgun, just over the head of Mike Young, and he actually did a pretty good job of getting some decent yardage out of it and not losing much more. 2nd
down, 21 from the 25-yard line. The handoff to number 35. That's Matt Davis. He takes it up the left side and out of bounds.
Davis gets pretty good yardage, not going to get it all at once, so Vestal takes the time, gives it a little inside handoff out of the gun.
This season, Davis, 731 yards on 117 carries. We have a 3rd down and 15. The ball on the Vestal 30. Young back, has plenty of time. Now he's being pursued. He's going to roll out. first down. He's going to come up short, but a good effort by the quarterback, Mike Young, as he gets bopped out of bounds into his own bench.
Dumas knocked him out of bounds. It was a saving tackle. Young, he's showing his athleticism. Watch, he just straight drop, then starts to a little half roll. They put some pressure on, he breaks to his left, and he's just going to run the ball, and he gets way upfield before he gets knocked out of bounds. The yardage back, good punt.
Low snap, but the recovery in it is over the head of Carthage's number 21, Nat St. Laurent.
Berube downed it for Vestal down there, but it was interesting because they got back just enough. Maybe they would have gone for it. They didn't, but they a lot of pressure on the punter. He got it off, and Dave Williams in his 4th season, 27-11. And as we said, to get here, they defeated both EFA and Corning West by a total of 100-12. They beat Corning West 52-0 and EFA, or Elmira Free Academy, 48-12. Impressive credentials for the Golden Bears.
That was some punt by Jim Jordan over the coverage. Carthage takes over on the 20. First down play, run up the middle. Pickup of maybe a yard or two. Let's take a look at the Carthage offense. The Comets, Kaufman, Murray, Stella, Zavakis, Jeffers, and Guilford. Cheney, Dorchester, Souza, Cheney, and Moser on the offensive line. And we've got a second down and 8 from the 22-yard line of the Carthage Comets. Kaufman takes the snap, throws out to the flat, out to the 35, to the 37-yard line. That's Dave McKenna.
Dave McKenna, 441 yards this year in receiving, probably the favorite receiver of Kaufman, and that was a nice timing pattern.
Vestal's defense, the line, Webster, Groover, Johnson, DePhillip, and Gobb. The linebackers, Campbell and Macchiano. In the secondary, it's Young, Barabee, Davis, and Palmer. That's a first down for the Comets. On their own 37-yard line, Kaufman rolls out, and he is smothered. Turnover the ball. The official signals Vestal has recovered the fumble, and that is number 42, Jerry Gobb, with the pickup.
Good job. Also, Johnson in their 28 helped cause that fumble as the option was going to the right, and they just stuffed it. Watch the penetration they get. Look at the push on the center. Doesn't even get a chance. There's 28 right there, the guy that really caused that whole thing to happen. Kurt Johnson, the nose guard, and he just got a great push upfield.
So break now, 35. Young being brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit. That's number 66, Lou Bush.
They had an unbalanced line right on that. They are going to look at a short throw to the short side, but there's the pressure from Bush. He went up in the air and then came back down again, and he brings Young down for a loss. He did a nice job of coming under control after he went up in the air and then stayed in pursuit, brought down the Golden Bear for a loss.
Second down, we'll call it a long 11 from the 36-yard line. And the run up the middle. And that'll bring up third down and 10.
First hit by Souza, number 65, 280-pound tackle. Both the defensive tackles go 280, 283. They got some size, Carthage does, on the tackles. Third and, as you said, about 11, Steve.
So we'll see what Vestal has here. A third down and long, 3rd and 11 from the 35. Receivers wide on each side. Handoff fake, and now Young's going back. He's looking for somebody. He's rolling out to the right. Let's see. Intercepted. Picked off. Dave McKenna to the 40-yard line, and that is the second big defensive play McKenna has made in this ball game, and we're just a couple of minutes in.
They really did a nice job defensively. Jordan, 21, goes long for Vestal. Watch, little fake. Now he drops up behind a rolling pocket, gets a little pressure again from Bush. Comes number 23 with the ball for Carthage, and they get a good run back before he gets knocked out of bounds. But McKenna really gets a pop at the end. Great shot, but McKenna brings the ball back up for Carthage.
It's the 4th time Young's been picked off this year. Carthage tries to run up the right side. That's number 34. James Murray. Murray a gain of a couple of yards. Actually, comes up empty.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe a half a yard short on that, so they didn't get anything. Nice, once again, penetration by Vestal.
Josh Kaufman, the quarterback, the career passing leader in Carthage history. He's got a 2nd and 11, the ball on the Carthage 40. He's back, and he's got McKenna wide open. Pick up of about 8 or 9 yards.
Vestal setting up in that 5-2 defense. They blitzed one of the linebackers, and he was able to get up underneath on the left side, the right side of the screen as you look at it. Straight drop. Now he looks, here's his favorite receiver. Just a nice timing pattern.
I'll tell you what, McKenna's off to a great start in this ball game. Yard line, Kaufman, high backfield. He's going to throw. He's got a wide open receiver, a first down and plenty more. Mike Dumas. First down, Carthage. Ball to the 35-yard line.
Nice play. Dumas coming out of the backfield. Watch, he sells it going right, and then he just drops it over the head of the nearest linebacker, number 42 from Vestal, and he gobbed. Couldn't do anything about it, and it's a first down for Carthage.
Big gain for the Comets. Dumas wide open, number 44, a 6'1", 201-pound senior. High backfield, wide receivers split on each side. Kaufman. Pick up of about a yard, 5 yards rather.
I talked to some coaches who had played against Carthage, and they said, you know, the thing about Kaufman is he is as dangerous running the football as he is when he passes. You can see his passing stats right there, almost 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But watch, he's a heady runner, fakes to the fullback, and then drops in the outside. Looked like the option play, like the fullback made a good fake, and Kaufman took it up off tackle for 5.
High backfield for the Carthage Comets. Kaufman stumbles. He's going to air it out. He's got a receiver. Oh, and it's another interception. This time Vestal picks one off, and turnabout fair play. Interception by Mike Young, who also does time as the Golden Bear quarterback. So he gets the ball back, and these teams are traded off pickoffs.
Yeah, they had Gifford deep. Young looks like he's a little tired or hurt, but they had great protection. He really had a lot of time, and I think he was looking for the long one, and he just underthrew it. You can see it right there. He was over that receiver, and Jordan was behind him. Young, right in the right spot. Good athlete. He took a heck of a hit on there, and he just goes back and picks up the ball, doesn't come off the field. He goes both ways.
So with 6:39 to go in the first quarter, it's 1st and 10. Ball in the Vestal 23-yard line. Run up the middle by number 35, Matt Davis.
Waiting for both teams to settle down here. They may be a little nervous. They've gotten the...
Good pickup, about 6 yards. It's a 2nd and 4 ball at the Vestal 29-yard line. Young. The hand to Matt Davis. Davis brings it upfield. And he may be close to the first down.
A little bit short, I think. Depends on the spot. Yeah, they're going to move it back a little bit. He's going to be about a yard short, I think, Steve.
Good effort will bring up a 3rd and very short. It looks like they're going to bring the chains out to measure this.
Pull the left guard out. Watch him. Gets a nice block on Bush, who's been trouble so far today defensively for Carthage. And as you said, he comes up just a little bit short. It appears from our vantage point what they're going to measure.
5:55 to go in the first quarter. Vestal and Carthage, no score. Steve Heider and Dale Drypolcher here with you. And as you can see, it is just... Oh, they gave it to him. Boy, that is a very charitable spot. They gave him the first down.
Initially looked a little bit short, but hey, you'll take him.
And there you see Vestal head coach Dave Williams, 4th-year head coach. So it's going to be a 1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line. And as you said, Dale, we'll see what happens when these two teams settle down and we can see what they really can play like. Oh, hit hard at the line of scrimmage. That's Craig Johnson, and he's gang tackled.
Again, yeah, in talking to coaches who have scouted and played against Carthage, and they say that this aggressive 4-3 defense, they just swarm. They're in an odd look there, but watch them come off right there, a good stick, and then there's the swarming gang tackle. That's what you want to see. 3 or 4 jerseys each time on a ball carrier. 4th quarter, that gets a little tiresome if you're the running back.
2nd and a long 7, call it 2nd and 8. Young takes it himself. Not much there, a couple of yards. And there's number 44, Mike Dumas.
He's been active.
All Central New York first team linebacker. Tough kid, 5th in the New York State Wrestling Tournament. And there were some pretty good number 44s in this building. He's another one.
Yeah.
It'll be a 3rd and 5. Ball on the 38-yard line. Golden Bears 0 for 2 in 3rd down conversions. Let's see what they do here. Davis in motion. There's a pass, and it's overthrown. The intended receiver was 80, Craig Spencer, the tight end.
He overthrew Spencer. They flooded the zone to the bottom of the field, but he was looking 80 all the way, and he overthrew it. Watch his eyes. He's just checking 80 out the whole way. They had flooded 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen, overthrew it, and again, no first down. Let's watch the snap. They've had a little problem with that. The centers, sometimes you come here, this turf is a little funny for a center to get the ball off of.
That one was almost
close.
blocked.
Yes. Oh.
And that one is brought in by, that's McKenna.
Brought him to his knees, didn't it?
McKenna, we've seen him do a little bit of everything. Intercept a ball, make a catch, and also fair catch that punt. I don't know if that was intended to be a fair catch, though.
I think it was, Lacey caught it and he went down right away because he maybe had misjudged a little bit. You know, if you haven't played here in the Dome, it's a little bit different, and sometimes it takes a little getting used to. I'm sure Vestal perhaps, I believe Carthage has played here before, but Vestal not this year.
High backfield for the Comets. Kaufman keeps it. He's looking deep. He's got a receiver wide open. That's number 31. He's going to go down at the 18-yard line. Hung Jeffers. Long completion and a big play.
Hung Jeffers, the place kicker, also got out 51 yards. Watch, they sold it with a play fake. They tackled the fullback, and he just really hangs this one up and lets Jeffers run right underneath it. Good concentration by Jeffers. That ball was over the outside, left side. He caught it, turned back in. You're going to get another look here as Kaufman unloads. And look at the arc on the ball, Steve. And you can see the distance. He's got 3 or 4 steps on the defensive back. He finally brings him down. Palmer brought him down, but back to live action. They run the option and don't get much.
1st and 10. James Murray tries to take it outside. I'll tell you, if Jeffers didn't have to hold up a split second for that pass, I think he could have gone all the way.
Absolutely, and it was sold with the play fake. They did a nice job on holding up the Golden Bears and then letting him out.
Watches with special interest as his son directs this offense. 2nd and 10. Wide open to Jeffers again. That's a pickup of about 6 yards.
Coming in, Jeffers had 16 receptions, 234 yards. He's also, as you mentioned, the place kicker is the All-Central New York League. He is the kicker, and it's just a slant, very difficult to stop. He just makes a little quick fake, and when you throw, that's a real safe pattern if you keep it down low. If you get it up high, it can be dangerous, but you keep it down low, and it gives you little bits of yardage. It's 3rd and about 4.
Ball on the Vestal 14-yard line, and we've got some contact and some flags.
No pointing here by either team. We'll have to see with the officials. They may have to do this one.
2 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No score.
I didn't see anybody move from Carthage. Let's see if it's encroachment defense. First down. Yep.
An automatic first down for the Comets. They take the ball inside the 5-yard line.
Out of the line there from the Comets going to feel the brunt of this. Although he's a 280-pound tackle, so I think he can take that.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Clock moving, 1st and goal. That's number 34 for Carthage, James Murray, and he is brought down for a loss.
Vestal did a great job of diagnosing that. Matt Davis, running back and linebacker, stepped up to make a great play on that, and just a very sure tackle for the Bears.
2nd down now and 11. 2nd and goal from the 11. Kaufman. He's going to throw it. He's got Jeffers. Touchdown, Carthage. An 11-yard touchdown pass with 2 minutes and 3 seconds, 6-0.
You can see how they use the run and set up their pass, and they get you thinking maybe one little option, and then it lets Jeffers from the right-hand side of the screen just cuts inside. The closest defender makes a little bit of a move, and now he's going to come back out and kick the extra point. So Jeffers, a Nice move and a nice delivery from Kaufman gives the first score.
Not much time to catch his breath. There's the snap, the kick is up, and it is good. So Punk Jeffers gave him 7 points, give Carthage a 7-0 lead with 2:03 remaining.
Kaufman 6 of 7 for 109 yards and a touchdown. So that man caught the touchdown, but the other guy who's throwing it's having a hot hand pass back against the grain and left 2 defenders in his wake. So the first score goes to the Carthage Comets.
Tell me Punk Jeffers isn't something special. All Central New York first-team place kicker. Obviously a fine receiver. He's also a 4-year starter in baseball. So this kid has really done an outstanding job in his career at Carthage High. Now he's ready to kick off.
Yeah, well,
he may set a record for most consecutive plays being involved in.
You know, they have a good baseball program and lacrosse program up at Carthage, and McKenna's an all-state baseball player. So they've got some baseball players putting on the football uniform. Let's see what Vestal can do. They have been not able to get that first down.
Well, the big play on that drive was the long completion to Jeffers. And here's Punk's kickoff. And it winds up in the hands of number 22, Chanel Hampton.
5'11", 165-pound running back. Good field position for the Golden Bears.
6 plays, 71 yards, and it culminates with the 11-yard pass. Josh Kaufman to Punk Jeffers. 7-0. We're under 2 minutes in the first quarter, 156. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. Ball on the Golden Bear 37. Quarterback Mike Young already has picked one off today himself when he was playing defense. And there's the give to Matt Davis. Davis tries to cut it outside, then he turns it back inside.
Great team defense. They just strung that out. He was not able to turn up. Everybody did his job. And when that happens, you're going to come up on those sweeps short, and they lose actually about a half a yard.
Josh Hickey with a stop, 61. He's a 5'10", 213-pound junior. There you see him. Very experienced defense.
Yep.
Vestal has, Carthage has rather. Lou Bush, a 3-year starter at left end, a 3-year starter at Ambrose Souza at left tackle. Young back to throw, and he underthrows it.
His intended receiver ran an out and up, Berube, and the ball was way underthrown. Young is down again. He's been down twice, I think, getting up a little bit slowly. I was watching Berube. I didn't see him if he got hit, but he's been playing offense and defense, and it's tough.
Well, we wanted to see how Carthage and Vestal would settle down. Looked like the Comets have. It still looks like the Golden Bears are trying to find their footing.
Well, right there you did see Young go down. He did get a little push, but he's got a big 3rd down to convert. Vestal needs this. Get a little bit of offensive momentum. Let's see what they do. Little play action.
Quick pass up to Craig Johnson, and if he stayed in bounds,
that's a first down. Yeah, that's a first down. Good balance by number 32.
Good footwork along the sidelines to stay in. Got that extra second effort to get the first down. Craig Johnson.
Yeah. Watch how he concentrates on the ball. He's really going backwards. Look. Ooh, and then keeps his balance. Great job. Tuck that ball away though. And looked like he might have gone out of bounds there.
Away with something.
Yeah. But he's going to get a good spot, and Vestal gets a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Vestal. Mike Young trying to rally his team. They trail 7-0. Still in the first quarter, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up.
Once again, that was number 65. That was Sousa from Carthage, the big 280-pound tackle.
5'10".
Yeah. He's a big one, and he quick closed down the hole. Sousa did.
2nd and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. Young with a couple of running backs. And there's a give, long run up the left side. That's a first down for Matt Davis. Davis with a great run up the left side.
He ought to go over and give an assist to Jordan, 21, who made a great block on the outside, just a face block to hold up the defensive, the corner, and that allowed him to get the first down, so Vestal gets another first down. Nice block by Jordan, who checked out.
Time is winding down here. This may be the final play of the first quarter, and it will be.
Yeah, they're going to let it go.
Vestal is marching. They trail Carthage 7-0. We'll take a break. That's the end of the first quarter. Carthage leads Vestal 7-0 here on Super Sunday 2.
Tom, where you going? Yeah, we got a ball game here. Pardon me.
Pitcher got a rubber arm.
It's has.
Huh?
Pitcher has a rubber arm.
If education is important to you, talk to your child's school about raising academic standards. Call 1.
Welcome back to the Carriers. Section 4, Vestal Golden Bears trailing Carthage 7-0 after one quarter, but Dale Drypolcher, the Golden Bears, on the move.
Pulled a guard, gave the ball to Davis, and up in the right-hand side, you're not going to see it, but right there, Jordan's block sprang Davis for that extra yardage and came up with a big first down for Vestal. So Davis ran and Jordan blocked, and as you said, Vestal on the move into Carthage territory, just shy of the 40-yard line.
The linebacker, Pat Stella, and free safety, Nat St. Laurent, made the tackle. And it was a big first down, much needed first down, as it now it looks like Mike Young and his Vestal Golden Bears have settled down a little bit. There you see Davis. He's just a sophomore. 1st and 10. Ball on the Carthage 41. Receivers split on each side. There's a run up the middle. That's Johnson. He's still on his feet.
Tough sledding up there, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'd say, we said it before. This Carthage defensive line is so experienced and so big, it's going to be tough to just run right up the middle. Take a look at the numbers of the first quarter, Dale Drypolcher.
Yeah, you can get a look at the passing yards, 109, and we knew coming in both quarterbacks were passers, but Carthage asserted that early. Total yards 115 to 43. Turnovers, we had a couple early, both teams, so they seem to have settled down, and both teams playing pretty good football at this point. Option.
Second down, Young going to take it himself, and he gets popped.
Number 66 again on the tackle. That's Lou Bush along with Sousa.
And we told you about the experience on the left side of that line, both 3-year starters.
Watch, it's a little counter option look. Fake to the fullback and then pull the guard around. 63, he cuts it up inside. He runs right in the bush and Sousa, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7.
Matt Tanton blocking for Young, but Young didn't follow him.
Yeah, he cut it up inside the block of his guard. Right now it's 3rd and 7. Dead T backfield. Haven't seen that in a while. Last man
to Johnson. Hey, he's got the first down. Craig Johnson bulls his way to a first down inside the 30.
Did you check out? That was the old dead T. They had 2 backs and a fullback right together, and they gave it to the last man. And the first 2 guys, watch. You're just going to see it from the ground level, but there's the last man. The first 2 backs lead through the hole. They used to call it a blast, where you double team in and double team out. And Davis got up through the hole and gets the first down right on the 30. So Vestal's starting to move.
Tremendous block by Matt Davis. The Spring Johnson free, first down and 10. Ball on the Carthage 30.
Do it again, dead T.
And look at it's going to pick up another bunch down. And I won't argue with that if I'm a Carthage fan, a Vestal fan rather.
Dumas on the tackle. Get a look from the end zone. See the dead T? See the 2 guys going through? It's a bulldozer offense, and when you lead through and then you give it to a 200-pound back there, you hope that you're just going to smash it right down the field. You know what that does eventually? When you got guys going both ways, and if you look at Carthage team, the last time I checked, 6 guys going both ways, playing offense and defense. And that kind of counts in the 4th quarter, how many hits you've taken, how much you had to play on offense and defense. And when you have a sustained drive of running up the middle, that's going to take its toll.
And 2 of those guys made the tackle, Dumas and Kaufman. They're going to go with that dead T, as you call it, again. And again, it's going to be a good gainer for Matt Davis.
It's funny. Vestal started out with a shotgun, trying to surprise some people. Didn't work very well for them. They've gone back to perhaps one of the most basic plays in football, an inside blast with a dead T. A little bit of a fake and a little bit of a counter look, but pretty much running up the middle and getting some good blocking up front.
Did he go to the well one more time? Let's see. It's 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 22-yard line, and they line up in that same formation. A little bit different.
Tailback a little bit further back. Oh, submarine.
Yeah, I don't think they got the first down this time.
61, Hickey, 5'10", 213-pound tackle.
Junior David Campbell on the carry. Number 49. And here comes Jordan.
Now 4th and a short yard. I'd go with the dead tee again. Let's see what happens.
And we'll see. This could be an important play in this ball game. Could swing the momentum one way or the other. 4th and 2, ball on the 22-yard line. Young. They give to Johnson.
Oh, that's going to be close.
Effort. We'll see. He reached out with the ball.
This is going to be very close. I see where the referee's got his foot, and that's going to be...
We tried to guess last time. We were wrong. Let's see what they do when they bring out the chains. Or they're not even going to bother.
Watch the extension. He gets hit. Great move there. He bounces to the outside and just reaches up with the ball, and you can see right where they place it. It was an accurate placement, and it's going to go the other way as Carthage defended, and they did not get the first down. It certainly wasn't for a lack of effort, but just not enough. And Dave Williams scratching his head trying to figure out what have I got to do to get in the end zone. Right now he's going to give the ball up, and the game moves on rapidly as Kaufman brings his guys up.
Big boost for the Carthage defense, and we've got a flag.
Can't do that. That left tackle in and out, and you can't do that. It costs you 5 right away.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
So Vestal penalty cost him.
I think it was. Check that number for you. 68, I'm sorry, yeah.
68, then we don't want to blame Williams. It was Scott Grover.
That's right.
Handoff. Still on his feet. That's number 40 for Carthage. Brandon Connor.
64 up to Phillip for Vestal, 6'3", 215-pounder. He made quick contact. You know, you look at number 49, we haven't called his number yet, Dave Campbell, but this linebacker, he is the career leader in tackles for Vestal. He's only a junior, and you got to understand, if you're from the southern tier of Vestal, a great storied history of producing great football players, and here's a guy who's a junior who leads their team in tackles.
2nd and 7, pass complete, and he's got running room. McKenna, he is on his way. McKenna to the 15, the 5, touchdown, Carthage.
No flags.
The Comets. It is 13-0. And look at McKenna go, huh?
77 yards on that as McKenna didn't really get that long a pass, but he knew what to do with it after he got it. Watch the pass. Straight drop, looks off. All right, it's a 6-7 yard pass, but McKenna runs the other 70 all by himself as he outlegs it past Jack Palmer, number 12, not able to catch him, and the Comets go up 13-0.
McKenna has had a tremendous ball game, and we are just a few minutes into the second quarter. Knocks this one.
No good.
Wide left.
Curveball.
So there you see
Coach Kaufman.
Coach Terry Kaufman.
Not pleased.
Well, I'm sure you can't be too upset with a 13-0 lead.
No, but you know,
7:47 to go.
You don't want to get into one of those things where, you know, it's that little mistake and then later it kills you. So I'm sure he's pleased, but he wants to make sure you've still got to execute. Now let's take a look at the pass again. Great look from the end zone. Straight drop, good protection. As I said, it's about a 6-7 yard pass. The nice move, and he just takes off down the sideline. The initial move, he put on Mike Young, the quarterback, and then he just beats the safety all the way down. Jack Palmer.
Boy, didn't he walk that tightrope to get down that near sideline?
But that was a nice move on a good athlete because Young was the corner out there, and one of the little blurbs they sent out, they said, nobody in the southern tier tries to throw at Mike Young because he's such a great corner.
Derby and Alex Williamson deep to see if they can get on the scoreboard here. Carthage 13-0 lead over Vestal in the second quarter. Squibber again, and one of the upbacks makes the grab. Pat Slater. Slater up to the 35 and brought down at about the 39-yard line.
Good field position for Vestal. They have not had bad field position. They have not been able to capitalize. The last drive, they came up an inch short.
Number 4, junior Pat Slater. Good return. Just 2 plays, covered 80 yards, and of course the key play is 77 yards. Kaufman to McKenna, and we talked about Kaufman already signed a letter of intent to play lacrosse here at Syracuse University with head coach Roy Simmons Jr. I'll tell you, he must like this field already. That's going to be a good omen.
He's 7 for 8, 186 yards, so he's having a great day. Reverse.
1st and 10, the reverse. Here comes Barabee up the right side. And a pickup of about 4 yards. Tony Barabee, 6-foot junior, 155 pounds.
Mike Young, the quarterback, threw a nice block on that. It sprang him. Watch number 7. Watch the block by 14, though. There's the little pitch. There's the reverse. And Kaufman came down, or excuse me, Young came down and made a block and let number 7 get that yardage. So Barabee up for about 4.
Receivers wide on each side, but it's another handoff up the middle.
Good
and
power.
Looks like Johnson. Actually, it was Campbell.
Yeah, the linebacker. So he's going both ways today. There's a good look at Carthage. Number 79, Jeremy Cheney, 6'1", 287.
They get some beef up there on the front line.
Yeah.
Sousa at 283 and Cheney at 287. Everybody over 200 pounds. A 3rd down and 2. Ball on the Vestal 46. 3 for 6 on 3rd down conversion. A little bit of a mix-up as Campbell is going to be stacked up, and he will not get the 1st down. Won't even be close. Looked like they had some miscommunication on that play.
You know, they're really getting a lot of activity up front. This is a real swarming defense. Josh Hickey again, number 61, is at the bottom of the pile. Watch Hickey, 61, right there. Brings him down along with Sousa. And they really have got a swarming defense. It's hard to pick out one number because there's so many guys on the tackle, which if you're a defensive coach, you love that. You want to see a lot of people because then if they break a tackle, you've got 2 or 3 other players there to help out.
Golden Bears take a timeout with 6:11 to go in the 2nd quarter. 13-0 with 2:03 left in the first. Kaufman connected on an 11-yard touchdown pass to Pung Jeffers. They converted the PAT. That made it 7-0. Then with 7:47 to go in the second, again, the pass to McKenna, 77-yard completion for the touchdown catch. Jeffers missed the PAT. And these young ladies have plenty to cheer about as their ball club leads 13-0 with 6:11 remaining in the 2nd quarter. It's a 4th and 1 situation.
Well, we saw them come up short the last time just by about an inch. So this is a big defensive play for Carthage, but it's really, I think, a little bit more important for Vestal. Look at the passing yards, 186 to 12, and Mike Young not able to get on track in the passing game. They have been running the ball. Started out looking to pass, but he had not looked real sharp throwing the ball. Underthrew some receivers. Let's see what they come up with on 4th and short.
Campbell and Davis in the backfield. Receivers split to each side. And it's plenty for a 1st down. Davis still on his feet. Matt Davis to the 15, down to the 20. Would have been some backwards running. The 25 down to the 20 be more like it.
McKenna made a saving tackle. That was a great run. And it started out, and you're going to see Davis at 5'10", 210. Nothing fancy. He's the 2nd man through. Look at the hole open up. He breaks 3 tackles. There's the 3rd right there. He just bowls over number 21, St. Laurent from Carthage. But he broke 3 tackles and a nice bit of running. Gets Vestal down inside the 20.
That could be a pivotal play in this game. Because Vestal on its heels, and they blow through with a big 1st down. A bit of a misdirection. Small gain with 5:34 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Cheney on the tackle again, but they get about a yard and a half.
So it's a 2nd and 8. Ball on the Carthage 16, and the Golden Bears of Vestal on the move. Again, it's Campbell and Davis in the backfield. Barabee split wide to the left, Jordan to the right. And look at Davis go again.
Boy, he runs hard.
5'10", 210-pound sophomore. Matt Davis, number 35.
He has been pretty much the Golden Bears offense in this last 5 minutes or so. And watch, little counter, give him the left hand to the 1st man through, and then give it to the 2nd guy, and he just bulls his way down. And you can see how many guys it's taken to bring him down. And you know, coming in, we said that Mike Young had 16 touchdowns successful because they're going to pick up the 1st down there. So it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 9.
With just over 5 minutes left in the 1st half, Davis has already rushed for 72 yards.
You know, everybody loves to see passes, and you know, the stats you get on all these guys coming in are passing stats. But what you really want in a game like this is some guy who can rumble and get down there and control a running game, and it's going to tire you out when it gets to the fourth quarter. Let's see what they do now.
Davis and Campbell in the backfield. Derby to the left, and to the right it's Palmer. Gave up the middle.
You know, unfortunately for Vestal, they got the ball almost at the 10, and they can't get a first down, and they've really got to come up with something here, I think, for a little psychological lift.
Hey, if I'm Dave Williams, I'm going to keep on giving it to Davis until Carthage can stop him, because they have not been able to stop him the last few times he's carried the ball.
Of course, now when you're in that short end zone, those safeties and stuff can come up a little bit quicker when they read run, but let's see what happens.
Second and goal, ball on the Carthage 6. This time it's Campbell.
Good hit.
Doesn't pick up very much. Maybe a yard. And it's going to bring up third and goal from about the 5.
Dumas up to make the stop, 44. Watch Dumas. It's a little counter, looks like the option to the outside, and they give it to the first man up, and Dumas took the fullback. They set up a lot of plays out of that option, but they haven't run it where they actually pitch it yet. Big third down here.
Campbell out, Johnson back in. He's lined up in the backfield with Davis.
Option.
He is at the 4-yard line by a gang of...
On him. Now, I don't know. I looked and see the outside man, the pitch man, Matt Davis, might have been open. Let's see what happens. Fake. All right, now you got the pitch man. There's Davis. Let's see. Well, he might have been a little bit better off pitching the ball, but he kept it in. He ran into the teeth of that Carthage defense.
Third time the Golden Bears have been faced with a fourth down situation. They've gone for it twice. They're 1 for 2.
Well, they got to get a touchdown. So the coaches that I talked to said they're very impressed with Carthage being from this area, their offense, but they said, you know what really wins the games for them is that swarming defense. Well, they have been tested and they've given up some yardage. They have bent in this second half of the second quarter, but they got to see if they don't break, and here's where they're going to be tested. It's 4th and goal from about the 5-yard line.
Well, we'll see if they go for the 7 or if they opt for the 3. Their place kicker is Craig Johnson, the fullback.
He's been busy.
It is 4th and goal. Ball on the 5. Look at that rushing differential. 109 yards for Vestal, just 4 yards for Carthage. But Kaufman's thrown for about 186 yards already.
That's right,
today.
yeah.
The baritone horns, right? And is that a tuba in the back?
Is that some sort? Is that a French horn?
No. The French horn, you put your hand inside the bell.
I'm showing my ignorance.
Now those are drums. I know.
Okay, yes, I got that. Percussion. Got it.
Now, you're talking to a former band member.
That's right.
Here we are ready to go. Vestal's going to go for it. 4th and goal, ball on the 5. Young rolls out to his left. Pass into the end zone. Catch.
Great
touchdown. What a catch for Vestal's number 80, Greg Spencer. How about that? It looked like Young had enough room to run it in himself, but he goes to the tight end, and Vestal
really needed that. This was run to perfection because he waited until they committed on him, and Young just strung himself out. Watch what he does. He keeps going. Whaley, he's free, and he sees the tight end break behind the coverage. And while we're gone, they did not get the extra point, so it's now going to be 13-6 as they went for 2. But that was a great touchdown. Ed Spencer, super job of clearing the safety and then making a super catch. Watch Young, watch what he does. All right, little fake on the outside on the reverse, but he holds the ball. Now he's waiting, clear, and he knows he's cleared. There's the man he cleared. He cleared the safety, and he drops the ball off to his tight end, Spencer.
That's a tough pass. He's rolling to his left, and he has to stop and make that throw on the dime. Perfect. Look at Spencer lay out for this thing.
Yeah.
What a grab.
Absolutely.
What a catch.
And there he is.
13-6. Wow. This is going to be a good football game.
I think that Vestal needed that to get on track. As we said, they had a couple of problems. Now what they got to do is they're going to have to tighten up their pass defense here as you look at their 10-play, 62-yard drive and culminating with a 5-yard pass from Young to Spencer on a real pretty play.
Got to admire Coach David Williams going for it on 4th down several times already today, a la Bill Parcells. Go for it and let the chips fall where they may.
A lot of time left. Nice
kick up
kick,
in
but
the
that's
air
going to
by
go out of bounds, I
Johnson.
think. Yeah. Good field position. They'll take that in the, 35, I believe.
Greg Johnson, the sophomore fullback, also the place kicker, kickoff specialist. There he is. And Vestal has climbed right back into this one.
They got to watch Jeffers. One of the guys coming in, Tallman, number 42, was touted as a receiver. I've not seen him in yet for Carthage. Check his coming in. He had pretty good numbers. He's 6'4" or 6'3", had 244 yards in receptions, but I have not seen him in.
Comets with good field position. They'll take the ball on the Vestal 35. It's a 1st and 10. Kaufman back. The handoff. Right side. He's got some running room now. Good effort. And that's Brandon Connor, number 40. Someone tried to rip him down by his shirt. Brandon able to escape and pick up an extra few yards.
Yeah.
2nd and 5.
What do you figure his weight is, Steve?
They got him listed at 148 pounds.
He's a skinny kid, isn't he? But boy, he's real tough, and he did a good job of holding on to the ball. Got him 4 yards.
I haven't weighed 148 pounds since about 2nd grade. 2nd and 6, ball on the 39-yard line. Connor with 426 yards gained already this year. Kaufman trying to escape. He's flushed out of the pocket. Boy's going to move. He's still on his feet. Look at Kaufman go. Nice block. And Kaufman's still on his feet.
How many yards did he run?
All that to pick up 2 yards.
Yeah.
He's going to be exhausted.
My gracious, that was exciting.
148 pounds. You see the thunderous block he delivered that freed up his quarterback.
Give 28 credit. Look at the pressure he puts on. And nose guard Kurt Johnson just flushed him out early. But this is real time too. That's not fast. There's the block. Right there? Yeah. And that was the little guy, the 148-pound running back. Oh, the ball, didn't see the ball go out.
So it's 3rd down and 3. Kaufman's got to be exhausted. Look at him huffing and puffing as he goes up to the line of scrimmage. High backfield. And look at this.
He's real tired.
He was a blur through that line of scrimmage.
Yes, he was. That was a great play call. Have them all running around, and all the defensive guys down there, we're going to get him, we're going to kill him now, and all of a sudden he just brings it right up the middle, and a real good play call. Look, the center's uncovered. You see that? That's almost like an automatic. When you got that much space up the middle, and you got a big center, you see that big butt there, and you say, fire out, and I'll follow you, and that's exactly what he did. Josh
Kaufman, great job holding onto that ball. 1st and 10, ball on the 44. Kaufman back to throw. That one goes out of bounds. Pass intended for number 23, Dave McKenna.
Let's give a little credit to Souza. He is the center, the 280-pound center, and he helped make that play go. And centers never get a lot of ink. You know that? They never get a lot of credit.
There's Coach Kaufman. 26 years head coach. Must have started out when he was a student.
Yeah.
Minute 45 remaining here in the 2nd quarter, 13-6. Comets on top. Ball on the Vestal 44 at 2nd down and 10. High backfield. And again, Kaufman back to throw. Intended for Jeffers, but it is picked off by Young. Let's see a signal.
Nobody's made a call. No good. Yeah.
Incomplete.
He trapped it.
Well, I want to see that one again because it looked like he may have had his 2nd interception of the ball.
Call, Steve. They just kind of sat there for a second, and then the guy on the side who really, I don't know if he could see it, but the pressure, once again, they are just putting pressure up inside all over him. Kurt Johnson again, the nose guard. He shouldn't have thrown this ball. He just threw that up for grabs.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it becomes a moot point.
Yep.
You're right. It's a tough call to make, but one of the things that is impressive is the pressure that they are putting on Kaufman. He was able to pass the ball before, had a good rolling pocket, but he has not been able. Let's check it again. Looks like he had his hands underneath it, didn't it?
I am not a guy to argue with the officials, but Mike Young may have been robbed there. 2nd interception, back to live action, 3rd down and 10, and ball squirts through the hands of number 41, Pat Stella.
Great play by Campbell, the linebacker. It was a screen play, and he tackled the guy before he got out, really knocked him right down, and there was nobody to throw the screen to. Of course, that's a classic reaction to a strong rush, is to dump the ball if they tried up the middle, but Campbell was there and knocked down the receiver.
Hung Jeffers back to punt. Barabee deep for Vestal. And Jeffers gets it off. It'll take a good bounce, a good Carthage bounce, and go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Didn't look pretty when it came down, but boy, it had a nice bounce when it hit it. Took off toward the Vestal goal line, went out of bounds inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Vestal has its work cut out for them. They've got to march about 90-plus yards with 1:18 to go. Try to make this thing even as we go into halftime.
Well, if they're going to go back to the running game, they're going to have to break something quick, or maybe they'll pass, or maybe they'll just be satisfied to go in. You don't want to make a mistake down on your 9-yard line either and give Carthage a chance to get a touchdown before the half. So I think they're going to be, I would be conservative.
Oh, you're no fun.
Well, I know it.
Mike Young with 64 completions coming into today's game. He's getting ready to pass, and he's going to do some scrambling. He's off to the right side. He's going to air this one out. And he's got Jordan. He's got Jordan. What a catch. Look at this. Jordan. Any flags? No. Touchdown for Vestal. How about that?
I told you, be conservative.
Hey, they've tied it up or close to it. It's 13-12.
What a great pass.
91-yard touchdown pass.
You know, Mike Young had not looked especially sharp throwing the ball, but he does a great job of airing it out, gets out of the way of that rush, and he doesn't even get a chance, just sort of sets, and he throws a long, long pass to Jordan. And what a great pass and reception. And Jordan right in front of St. Laurent all the way down, goes in for the second touchdown for the Golden Bears. And they got to call a timeout because I think there's some people tired there.
Boy, I'll tell you what, 91-yard touchdown pass from Mike Young to Jim. Coach Williams must have been listening to me.
Yeah, right. He certainly didn't listen.
Go for it, Coach.
Didn't listen to me, did he? And he rightly so. That's why I'm talking and he's coaching.
As the momentum shifted, 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds for the Vestal Golden Bears, and they've turned a 13-0 deficit into a 13-12 deficit.
That ball was 60 yards in the air, Steve. 60 yards in the air. Boy, he really threw that well.
That was something special.
Let's take another look at it. My ace statistician, Bill Hill, is the guy who measured that 60 yards. Watch him directing, pointing. Look at it. It was a great picture. Look at that ball coming down. Just like NFL films. Right over the shoulder. Jordan made a great catch.
They're going to go for the 2-point conversion, try to take the lead with 1:02. Barabee.
No.
He gets smothered. Carthage makes a defensive stop and clings to a 13-12 lead, but I'm fired up, Dale. This is some exciting football game.
But now you know why Coach Kaufman's upset about the extra point, missing that extra point.
We'll be back with the rest of the second quarter after this timeout. Carthage leads Vestal by 1 on Super Sunday 2.
Now batting, Brett Butler.
Butler? He's a dinosaur. They should rename this place Jurassic Park in his honor.
Dinosaur, huh? Did you know that Shunosaurus and Ankylosaurus dinosaurs were capable of delivering crushing blows with their bony tail clubs?
If education is important to you, talk to your child's school about raising academic standards. Call 1-800-38-BE-SMART for a free booklet. And be a big league parent.
Even my 3rd grader knows that.
Smart kid.
Back to live action. Johnson just kicked off, and the ball was taken for Carthage by number 40. That's Brandon Connor.
All right, now ask me what I do now. Air it out.
You got to listen to me, Dan. You got to throw. You got to go for it.
Throw it. Throw it.
One play, 91 yards.
It's a nice drive.
2 touchdowns in a span of 2 minutes and 5 seconds for Vestal here late in the second quarter. We're under a minute to go now. 55 seconds to 1st and 10. The ball on the Carthage 26-yard line.
There's the guy who threw the pass playing cornerback.
Young with a pitch back. Kaufman rather with a pitch back. Good gain up the left side.
Yeah, that play was designed to go outside.
James Murray.
Yeah, he cut it right back up in the middle, and he got pretty good yardage. 6 foot, 153. He's a lean one.
Enough for a first down, and let's see what Carthage can do here. Will they be conservative? I don't think so.
They just got their 12th man on the field. Carthage had Jake Gifford out, just came in.
Good block. Kaufman with time. He airs it out, a wobbly pass, and falls incomplete.
You know, I got to point out again that Vestal is getting, Kurt Johnson, the nose guard, number 28, he is really getting a push on that center in the middle of that line, and he is getting in the face of Josh Kaufman almost immediately every play. So Vestal really putting the pressure on up front and doing a good job.
Coach Kaufman with some instructions for Dave McKenna as he brings the play in. It's a 2nd and 10 ball on the 39-yard line of Carthage. High backfield, receivers split wide to each side. Kaufman's going to throw, and this pass is gone, complete to midfield. That's number 80, Alex Savakis.
Oh, close to a first down, but the spot looks pretty good, I guess, if you're a Carthaginian. Nice blocking. They really took the middle out of that because they blitzed up the middle. Just up by that line, and they're going to give him the first down.
And he gets out of bounds. It stops the clock. It'll give Carthage time for at least a few more plays. They have the ball at midfield.
22 seconds left.
Pung Jeffers, their place kicker, should they desire to go for a field goal in the waning seconds.
Got to get a lot closer for that.
A lot of time, 22 seconds, high backfield. Kaufman again throws to the sidelines. Jeffers wisely gets out of bounds. The play ate up 6 seconds. And
Young took him out, but it is very close to a first down.
They gave it to him.
Yeah, straight drop. Now they're picking up number 28, and that's given them the time to throw. So Kurt Johnson, at least for the moment, being nullified by the middle of that line. He has had a great day putting pressure on Josh Kaufman.
Very impressive drive that Carthage is putting on here again, the I backfield. They're going to be throwing it. Kaufman with the fake handoff. He's going to go long. And a pass intended.
Great defense. Great defense.
For McKenna, and it batted away by Barabee.
Just a great job of staying in your spot on the post pattern defensively and just waiting. You can watch Barabee going to check back.
Still 9 seconds left.
Yep.
It's a 2nd and 10, the ball on the 41-yard line. And we'll see who Kaufman throws to this time. He's going to go forward again. He airs it out. Oh, good defensive play again.
Yep.
By Young. He's already got 1 interception. He didn't get a second, but he bats this one down. A good pass breakup for Mike Young.
He's getting up slower and slower. He's a good, tough kid. That's tough being a quarterback in this offense and running and then going back and playing defense. He has not gotten a rest, and you can see the great body position he had on Tolman. That's the guy that I had mentioned before, had not gotten much playing time early in this first half, but he did a streak down the sideline to the flag, and Young was there.
3rd and 10. 3 seconds left in the half. This will definitely be the final play. Kaufman to draw, and that is going to do it. After trying to air it out several times, he tries to run up the middle, and we had one heck of a first half of play, Dale Drypolcher.
Absolutely exciting, and pretty much what we expected.
Carthage a slim lead as we go to the half, 13-12 on Super Sunday 2.
Give me a heading, Bill.
On January 8th, Amy Narvajo was saved from freezing to death by the National Guard. Were it not for their employers giving them the time to answer the call, this story might have had a different ending. To every employer who supports the Guard and Reserve, thanks for making us your business.
Welcome back to the Carrier Dome. Super Sunday 2, a tremendous first half. Carthage rolls out to the 13-0 lead, but Vestal comes fighting back, Dale Drypolcher. Very exciting first half.
I think it took a little time for Vestal to shake the nerves out. And I think Carthage did that first, but Vestal came back, and when they got more at home, I think they did an excellent job. We got a great game.
Some exciting highlights as the Carthage Comets roared to a 13-0 lead before Vestal got its feet on the ground and answered back. Let's take a look at what happened in that first half.
Well, Kaufman just does a nice route pass to Jeffers inside. Pung Jeffers just made a nice move outside, cut back in. Vestal couldn't stop it, and here was a nice throw about a 7-yard pass, but of course McKenna then took it for a total of 77 yards. He put the additional 70 on all by himself, running down the right sideline.
So with 7:47 remaining in the second quarter, it looked like it was going to be all Carthage, a 13-0 lead. But Vestal and Mike Young had other ideas.
Yeah, well, they ran the ball well down the field. They got down this close, and watch what Young does a great job of holding until his tight end there, Spencer, clears the safety, and he just lays out, makes a tremendous catch, gave him their first touchdown. I think the confidence that they needed. It came down to not much time left in the first half, and watch this heave.
2 minutes and 5 seconds later, Young, a 91-yard completion to Jim Jordan.
Jordan, over-the-shoulder catch, just a great piece of football by the Southern Tier, as Jordan made a great catch. But the thing is, I think that they need a little bit of time to get loose, and now it's going to be a great game. There's the rushing yards. Vestal 109, passing yards for 42 for Carthage in the running department, but 108, 206 for Carthage. Total yards pretty close, 217 and 248.
You can't ask for better balance, rushing versus passing. For Vestal, Carthage obviously a very good passing attack. Kaufman's thrown for already 206 yards.
Well, that's the thing, you know, that they didn't need to rush very much, but I did like the thing, if you're Vestal, you got to like the pressure they put on Kaufman at the last part of the second quarter. He was really harried trying to throw the ball. They got a lot of pressure on him. I think that's what they want to continue that for the second half.
We're going to see what happens. Momentum is shifted Vestal's way. We'll be right back with the second half. After this timeout, you're watching Section 3 versus Section 4 Super Sunday 2.
Over 2 million acres of our wildlands burn each year, and hundreds of homes are lost as a result.
At least 50 homes were burned to the ground. Dozens more were damaged as fires raced through dense brush and steep canyons.
Flames don't know the difference between forest, rangelands, and homes. Learn how you can fireproof your home. For more information, contact your local fire protection agency, State Forestry Office, or the USDA Forest Service.
Welcome back to the Carrier Dome. Steve Heider and Dale Drypolcher with you as we are getting set for the start of the third quarter. Carthage on top by the slimmest of margins, 13-12, and Vestal really came on strong in the end of that second quarter with a couple of touchdowns, a 5-yarder to Spencer, then a 91-yard pass from Young to Jordan. And let's see if the momentum continues the way of the Golden Bears. They'll have to kick off here to start the second half, and it's going to be Johnson kicking off for Vestal. Short kick, and this one is going to trickle out of bounds. We've got a penalty flag.
Yeah, get on the 35. Now, if you're Carthage, you want to come back and get some of that momentum back, because you lost a little bit, and you scored the first 13, but you let up the last 12, one on a maybe demoralizing 91-yard pass, although it was perfectly thrown. But that's the kind of thing where you say you got to reestablish yourselves, and let's look and see if they do a little bit better job of protecting Kaufman, or if they get the running game more established, because if you don't have a running game going, play action passes don't help you any. There's the numbers. You can see through 16 times.
1st and 10 on the 35-yard line of Carthage. First play, handoff up the middle. Dumas, big gainer, picks up about 7.5, 8 yards. Yeah, 44, Mike Dumas.
I think they have to get the running game going, because when you try to set up, and run play action passes, if you haven't been running the ball, it doesn't help to do it, because they're not going to honor it. Now they're going to honor it as he breaks a tackle, and you can see Dumas just moves that pile back as he makes good contact, and then yards after the ball, or after the hit, got the ball up just short of a first down.
2nd and 1, ball at the 44-yard line. Again, Dumas. He's got the first down. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. He picks up about 6 yards. Big gainer. And after rushing for only 40-plus yards in the first, 15 yards on the ground.
Well, I think a lot of that was because of the pressure that they were putting on Kaufman. They were just laying back and saying all this guy's going to do is throw the ball, and they're running kind of a cursory play action. And you can see, to reestablish this, you get a guy like Dumas to run it up in there, and he's got 18 yards, most of them in this little drive here.
This time Kaufman throws, and it is intercepted by Mike Young, his second interception of the day. To the 40, on his feet, to the 35. He tries to cut it inside, still up on his feet. And tackled at the 33-yard line. Mike Young has picked up his second interception of the ball game. And boy, has the momentum really shifted in favor of the Golden Bears.
You're absolutely picks off a pass. Watch, it's a straight drop, good protection, and Kaufman just throws it to the wrong guy. He went way over the head of his intended receiver, number 31. That was Pung Jeffers, I should say, and he put it way over his head and just right into the arms of this man, who now has to go back out and play quarterback after getting about 30 guys jumping on him there. Now he's going to come back and play quarterback.
One of the captains of this team, Mike Young, and he has been remarkable today. 1st and 10. The give to Johnson. Up the left side on his feet. A gain of about 7. Good run up the left side by the sophomore Craig Johnson.
When you got guys going both ways, sometimes they have to give a little one way or the other. Sometimes it's defensively, sometimes it's offensively. Watch what happens. He gets just a real good initial push, and then he's breaking tackles and knocking people backward. You got to believe that Vestal wants to assert their running game even more in this half.
Nice block by Matt Tanton, number 63 from Vestal. Here comes Davis, drops it, and we'll see. He was down, but the ball was recovered by Vestal anyhow.
Little inside
Dumas.
Counter. Yeah, Dumas down.
Slow to get up.
Linebacker who had been running the ball gets up, took one in the breadbasket there.
Told you about what a tough guy Dumas is. First team All-Central New York linebacker, 5th in the New York State wrestling tournament. We'll see what happens right here. The give to Matt Davis.
Yep, they run a little fake up inside, and then they get it back on a little counter look. And you see what's going to happen as he comes over and really gets smacked in the ball. Ground can't cause that fumble there.
Tanton covers 63.
Yep.
So now Dumas helped off the field. He walks off under his own power. He'll catch his breath. I'm sure he'll be back. 3rd and 2. Davis on his feet. He has the first down.
Nothing fancy about that. Straight ahead blocking. Nobody pulled. They just got a lot of push on the ball on the lineman. Davis got the first.
Well, Vestal has really come on strong. They trailed 13-0. They've scored the last 12 points in this game, and they are threatening here. Ball inside the 21-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 on the Carthage 21. Again, Davis takes it outside, tries to cut back in. Picks up about 3.
A lot of pulling guards and little inside fakes, and then the back man coming around on a hand. Watch what happens. Little inside fake there, coming around, little counter, and he tries to get the little cutback. Doesn't work, and Bush is there to help bring him down.
2nd and 8, ball on the 18-yard line. They're going with that 3 men in the backfield again, but Young rolls out to his right side. He's got a lot of room. Wide open. Ball caught inside the 5-yard line. Big completion to Craig Spencer. He's already grabbed 1 touchdown today. That was another big completion for Mike Young.
They sent the other wide receiver long, and they put him underneath, and he's able to get open. Again, play action. They've been running the ball, doing the same action in the backfield, but he rolls out and watches underneath man right there, is able to make the grab.
Now they set up that pass with some good running plays.
Yep.
And now they've got a 1st and goal, ball on the 2-yard line. Young takes a snap, gives to Davis. He barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Davis. And that puts Vestal on top 18-13. A 2-yard touchdown run for the sophomore.
Davis, nothing fancy. The 210-pounder just gets the ball. He gets good block enough off the left side. Campbell makes a nice block, number 49, and
Johnson 32.
Yep.
It is 18-13. 18 straight points now. And the Golden Bears are going to go for 2. Long snap back to Barabee, and he's got Young wide open. Young spins into the end zone for the two-point conversion. A little bit of trickery there as a snap to Barabee. Barabee completes the pass to Young.
Well, I noticed coming in that Young had a couple receptions. They had his yards down, and that must be the kind of play that they get him the ball, and he does a nice job. It's a direct snap and nice right between his legs, and he just goes in the end zone and waits for Barabee to pass it off, and they come up with the 2 extra points.
He threw that pass very, very well, just out of the reach of Patch. Just 20-13, a 7-point lead. And Mike Young over to the sideline to get a rare breather.
Watch, see the ball? There's the touchdown, just off the left side. There's the block by Campbell, just a beautiful seal-off block. And now you're going to look at it from Young's viewpoint, and he just gets that blocking, and Davis, the 210-pound sophomore, into the end zone.
8:29 remaining in the third quarter. Vestal leads 20-13. Deep for Carthage is Brandon Connor. Craig Johnson set to kick off. There you see Connor, 5'10" junior. And here's Johnson's boot. High spinning kick caught by one of the upbacks. That's Pung Jeffers. Jeffers spins away from one tackle, takes it out to the 30-yard line. And he's tackled by number 44, Angelo Macchiano.
Lots of time left. They don't want to go back and just start throwing the ball. As you look at Vestal's drive, 6 plays, 32 yards, culminating by that 2-yard run off the left side by Davis. But I think that Carthage had the right idea the last time they had the ball. See, they threw the interception. They were getting first downs. They were running up inside and establishing the running game, and then that interception really hurt.
Certainly Josh Kaufman, number 11, a veteran. He's not going to panic. The career passing leader in Carthage high school history. And right off, they start off with the run, down by Tony Barabee.
Barabee just got his ankle and brought him down. Short gain, looked like it might go for more. Looked like it started out inside play. And you're going to see Dumas then all of a sudden going to run on an angle. Can't turn it up, and that's where he got tripped up by Barabee.
There's Tony, a 6-foot junior. 2nd and 3, ball on the 32-yard line. There's Dumas, right side this time. And
doing just what they did when they came out to get the kickoff for the second half, which is get the running game going. Now, however, it's 3rd and about 4. What are they going to do? Let's see. They've had some good luck with the quick.
20-13 as time ticks away here in the third quarter. A 3rd and 6 situation for the Carthage Comets. Kaufman in trouble. Oh, sacked by number 42, Jerry Goff. He wrestled into the ground. How about that penetration by number 42?
34 for Carthage, not able to make the block. Murray, and boy, what a good job for Vestal. Gobb just goes right through the blocking attempt, and he gets that jersey. Shows he's got some strength as he brings down 5'10", 195-pound senior Jerry Gobb. Forces a punt.
Pretty good punt. It's picked up by Barabee. Dangerous play. Kaufman's punt picked up by Barabee, gains a couple of yards, and he takes it out to midfield, where Vestal has tremendous field position once again.
Yep, and Carthage has to make a defensive statement here. They have to make him go 3 and out. They want to make sure they can get the ball back, because if it's a long, sustained drive and it goes up 27-13, and you're going into the fourth quarter down by 2. Well, let's see what happens.
The Bears have scored 20 unanswered points, dating back to 3:07 remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, nice little trickery there.
Gain of a couple of yards before tackles made. That's number 22, Shamel Hampton.
Hampton was almost just right behind the tackle, or the guard, but right there he is, and they just tried to break it to the outside, kind of use the deception so you don't see the ball. Hampton got a little bit, but going to be 2nd and 9.
Kaufman, McKenna, and Bush in on the stop. 2nd down 9, ball on the Carthage 48. And we've got a whistle.
Timeout. It'll be Vestal.
Vestal takes a timeout. There you see head coach Dave Williams.
What is that play you just...
Well, you know, Williams scratching his head early in the ball game when things were not going his way, as Carthage scored a couple of quick touchdowns, but really the Golden Bears have really poured it on. And now you look at Coach Kaufman, he's going to be thinking, you know, what are we going to do to get things back on track?
Now we got to stop him right here is what he's going to tell him. We got to stop him and get the ball back. It doesn't take us long to score if we can throw the ball, but we still got to keep him running. We just can't sit back here and throw the ball all the time because they're putting pressure on us. So, but the first thing now is get the ball back. If you're Carthage, and of course Vestal wants to just keep it going, and Coach Williams kind of looked like he had a quizzical look on his face when he went to the huddle, like, what is going on there offensively? And I think if you asked him, he'd tell you that it took them a little while to get used to the dome and get the jitters calmed down, and they have come back strong as you look at the Vestal cheerleaders.
As I sit here and I watch this game, I wonder if former Syracuse basketball center Dave Syock is not the most well-known graduate of Vestal High School.
Vestal High School, no. Bobby Campbell?
No, I don't.
No? Okay.
You got to tell me.
All right, I'll tell you.
Young back to pass. Oh, he gets away from a tackler. He's scrambling. He's still on his feet. Look at Young go. Great block there. Another beautiful block. He's down to the 30, cuts it back inside. What a tremendous play by Young and his blockers.
Absolutely. Cheney for Carthage didn't even see him. He thought he had thrown the ball. He turned around to watch the ball go down the field, and he still had it. But a great job of eluding the tackle. Makes the fake right there. He breaks the tackle at 66 Bush, and he starts out. Now they just decided, oh, he's running the ball. But you said he picks up his interference. Good cut, nice ground level look. As you look at Young running right into the camera. Picks up the first down, broken play, shifts the ball. Right there, taken down, but a great broken play run by Young.
Back to live action, first down. Davis tries to break it outside, and that may be a tackle for a loss.
About a half yard, I think you're right. Bob Campbell's from Vestal High School, and he went to play at Penn State, and he played in the Orange Bowl, and he eventually went on to pitch Cicero High School before they changed to Cicero North Syracuse.
We got to give Campbell the nod then.
Yeah.
Gus will be number 2.
Number 23. His number was.
You're much older than I am.
Yeah, you're right, I am.
Remember these things. 2nd and 10, ball on the Carthage 32-yard line. Young, the option. At the right side. Pickup of about 3 yards. That's number 46 for Vestal, Alex Williamson.
Dave McKenna did a nice job on the outside. The receiver playing defense kept his position, didn't get blocked. See him come up there? Did a nice job avoiding the block and held him up until number 66, Bush, could come help out, and the two of them stopped him for a little gain, 3rd and about 8.
Single setbacks, wide receiver split wide on each side. Jordan wide open, and he is close to the first down. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be measurable. Nope, they're going to give it to him. Yep, they gave it to him. Nice, just an inside slant, jumped up in the air. Right there. Boy, you don't want to leave your feet like that too often, though, but a great grab, and the first down picked up by the Golden Bears.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Golden Bears on the move. Their receiver set wide to the near side, but this is a give to Davis. He's still on his feet inside the 10. His legs are moving, and he's finally brought down on about the 10-yard line.
I'm going to say I think the Carthage defense getting a little tired. They're breaking tackles a lot easier than they did in the first half, and Davis becoming a real workhorse here, and he got 210 pounds underneath him, and watch him, he's going to go left, big hole opened up. Now he cuts back, see, he breaks a tackle there, running through tackles, and then finally gets swarmed on. But I think Carthage wants to get this defense off the field, get some offensive plays out.
2nd and 3, ball on the 14-yard line. Young has Barabee, and is it incomplete? Well, he threw into triple coverage there. Yeah, dangerous pass. Barabee almost caught it, though.
They did have triple coverage. Kaufman was there. There he is. You see the back of him as he trots back to the defense, but they were looking for this. Young threw off the back of his foot. It's kind of like a fade, a little timing pattern, but a little bit off the mark. Kaufman knocked it away.
Almost able to get to it.
Yeah.
3rd and 3 on the 14-yard line. Vestal 5 of 10 third down conversions. Davis
Boy, how many times you've seen that play when they run that play with Davis? And how many carries he's got, but he's been carrying the ball since the second half started for Vestal.
Well, early in the game when Vestal was on its heels in fourth down situations, Coach Williams went for it. Let's see what they do here. A fourth down and call it 3. They're going to go for it. Barabee wide to the near side. Jordan wide to the far side. Davis and Johnson in the backfield. The option to Davis. He's got the first down. Inside the 5. Big pickup for the sophomore, Matt Davis.
You ought to go over and give a hand to Jim Jordan, 21. On the option, you have to get a block downfield because even if you can break the line of scrimmage, if you're going to make any real yardage, you have to get a block downfield. There's the pitch. Nice pitch by Young. And right up the top, right there. See him right? That's just a screen block. And he is just screening off his man. In this case, it's Pung Jeffers, and he lets him get extra yardage as Davis waiting for the block to be set up. And there it is. That's a picture-perfect block. Jeffers finally got off it, but not before they got that extra push downfield to the 5-yard line.
Dumas finally knocks him out of bounds at the 5, so it sets up a 1st and goal from the 5. Carthage takes a timeout, and they've got to really bear down here with just 2:12 remaining in the third quarter. They can ill afford to trail by any more than 7.
They've been on defense the whole quarter, Steve. They
haven't scored in quite a while.
No, and they have been on defense, and as I said, I think they're getting a little bit tired. It's difficult. It takes a lot out of you, especially when you're going both ways. And the last time I looked, as I said, about 6 guys for the Comets going both ways, including that man right there, the quarterback, Josh Kaufman, who will be playing right here next year. Only will be trading that football uniform in for a lacrosse uniform.
All right, well, we talked about the most well-known graduate from Vestal. I got to think these days the most well-known graduate of Carthage has to be Casey Powell, the National Lacrosse Player of the Year a season ago.
He or his brother, right?
Ryan's on his heels, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Look what a day Matt Davis is having. 101 yards on 17 carries. Yeah. He's already got a score.
He has just been the workhorse for Vestal on that little inside handoff, the little fake that they give to the first man, and that little offset formation where they have it just like you see right there with it. And it's the same play, only they run to the right side.
Davis takes it inside the 5 down to about the 3.
They have run that play I don't know how many times, and they ran to the right side that time, and Dumas made the tackle, but they got a little plus yardage. Watch it, there's the fake, then the other handoff the other way. 35.
2nd and goal inside the 4-yard line, almost to the 3. Mike Young having a fantastic day. 1:38 and counting. He rolls to his right. He's going to try to take it in himself. He gets down near the goal line. And he is very close, inside the 2, possibly to the 1.
He got rocked. It's nice there. You see both those guys helped him up. Josh Kaufman, but watch, it's the fake, the same play, only now it's the quarterback keeper. Everything starts the same way for Vestal. Everything looks the same, and then you get a little different play off it as they come up with the same formation. He gets rocked by Bush and Kaufman, and they help him up. It's 3rd and about 1 for a touchdown.
Here's Davis.
Oh, it didn't work there.
Looked like he stopped short.
Both guys let up, but the hole closed down quickly on the right side. He tried to cut it back in, but they put up good defensive pressure there. Going underneath was Hickey, number 61, and Hickey stopped that play, so it's for nothing. They get a good look. This is a great camera angle. Watch 61. There he is, Hickey. Gets off the block, puts his back into it, and Kaufman comes up to help, and they hold them to a 4th down try.
Jim Jordan, who's lined up wide to the far side, brings in the 4th down play. It is 4th and goal from the 1. Fake to Davis. Young rolling. He gets in there. Touchdown, Mike Young and Vestal. 26-13. Young scores on a 1-yard rollout.
I was just going to say, they were a great play. They ran to the weak side, the split end side, and then they just had Jordan do the same thing he did before on the block for Davis, which is get a block on the safety. Watch, run the fake, but now I'm going to keep it. Can I get the corner? Right there. He's waiting for Jordan to make the block. Jordan makes the block, and Young just gets inside that cone. Great play by Young and a nice play by Jordan.
Johnson to attempt the point after. The hold. Kick is up, and it's good. 27-13 with 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That young man, number 14, Mike Young, is having himself a whale of a ball game.
He settled down. You know what I think his coming of age was the 91-yard pass. I think he felt, hey, I can do this. There's the fake. It's just a quarterback keep waiting for Jordan to catch the block. There's the block. He got it on number 31. Jeffers again. And it's tough because it puts a lot of pressure on the safety. He doesn't want it to come up, play pass defense, and now all of a sudden the guy who's running out, you think for a pass, is in your face screening you, and by the time you get off the block, the result is number 14's in the end zone, and you're up by 2 touchdowns.
He's going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah.
Look at him. He is whooped. 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter, though. Still plenty of time and still plenty of play for both these quarterbacks, Mike Young and Josh Kaufman. 27 unanswered points by the Golden Bears of Vestal. They've had tremendous field position, and they've made the most of it. Long, sustained drive, 13 plays to cover 50 yards, and culminates with that 1-yard run by Mike Young.
Took a lot of time off the clock.
Johnson.
High fly. It's live.
McKenna picks it up. Tries to do something with it. Returns it a couple of yards. So there's good field position for the Carthage Comets. They'll have it at about the 39-yard line, their own 39.
But you know, they've kicked it out of bounds a couple of times. You get in the 35. You do something like that, you know, you got a chance of getting the ball. It's almost like an onside kick. So Vestal smartly did that, gives up a little bit of field position, but not any worse than they have normally given up on a kickoff. So it will be Carthage's turn to try to generate some O.
Well, let's see what Josh Kaufman and the Comets do, trailing by 14 with 40 seconds to go here in the third. High backfield. Reverse. McKenna. Little pass to Kaufman. Kaufman up the right side. He's got some room. Close to a first down. Pretty intricate play.
Razzle, dazzle. A little timing on that. You need the timing. I also noticed he had a couple, so I think he's done this before. Runs a little pitch out, looks like it's going wide, inside reverse. McKenna drops the pitch. He did a great job. Josh Kaufman did a great job of making that reception. That was not a well-thrown pass. He had to extend himself, come down, and still managed to get up, but he's about a yard, half yard short of the first.
McKenna's the backup quarterback, so he's no stranger to making a play like that. Worked out well. High backfield. Receivers split wide to each side. Fakes the give. Kaufman on the option. He's running it himself. Turns it upfield. Runs into his own blocker. And he's brought down at the Vestal 43. Good gain.
You gotta respect how tired these guys are that are going both ways, both quarterbacks. And here's a guy who's been playing safety, and now all of a sudden he's going to come up and he just takes the quarterback keeper the whole way, set up the option, look to the outside, and he kept the ball. But now here's the kind, see that right there? I mean, that's the hits he's taken every play, and now he's coming.
Time ticking down. We may not get this.
First down, looks like. Let's see the spot.
Jake Gifford, after the fake handoff to Dumas, Gifford with the grab as time expires in the third quarter.
First down.
It's a first down for Carthage. So the Comets start to march. We've got 1 quarter left. Vestal leads 27-13 on Super Sunday 2.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says. Smokey says.
Only you.
No, you don't play with matches. That's not cool. Tell mom and dad to break them, stop them. Yeah, that's the rule.
And when your folks desire to build a fire, clear brush and branches away, and keep water nearby like you oughta.
Did someone say otter?
We're all counting on you.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Back for the fourth quarter. It is 27-13. A 15-yard pickup by quarterback Josh Kaufman on the first play of the fourth quarter. It is now 1st and 10, ball on the Vestal 17. Kaufman back to throw. He lofts one, looking for McKenna, and it is incomplete.
He had been running the option, and he's kept it twice. Got good yardage. They went for the long bomb. That one not particularly accurate, so it will be 2nd down and 10.
Well, you know, you can suddenly sense that maybe Carthage has a little bit more confidence, particularly because of plays like this. This was the first play of the fourth quarter.
Good call, yeah. They set the option up to the outside, and he just kept the ball. Kaufman makes some nice cuts. Gets down close. They take him down, but he's in trouble.
Well, back to live action. He scrambles away from one tackler, but he is brought down for a loss. He got away from number 43. Actually, number 40, yeah. Jerry Gobb.
And 49, Campbell, also was actually the first guy through, I think, but it goes right back to their blitzing, and they're going to put pressure on Kaufman. They are not going to let him sit back there and throw the ball, or run the option. They are blitzing to him and putting a lot of pressure on him. So it's a 3rd and about 14. Let's see if they don't send somebody. They have been regularly. Let's see what they do with Campbell.
A couple of receivers lined up wide to the near side, high backfield. Kaufman's going to throw, and that is overthrown and intercepted. Jake Palmer. Jack Palmer with a big interception. And as Carthage was marching, they were successful with the run. They went to the pass and incompletion, and then another interception.
Carthage, but the interceptions are beginning to hurt. That one very close to really putting maybe the nail in the coffin. First downs 11-10. Penalties not a big factor in this game, but the passing rushing yards 170.
That balance.
Yeah.
Tremendous balance, 170 yards to 130.
Yeah, he was looking for Savakis, and it wasn't even close. As number 12 stepped in there, Palmer, and got the ball back, and now Vestal back to the running game. And just
look at Johnson.
A massive yardage there.
He carried 3 tacklers on his back for about 20 yards. How about that?
Craig Johnson, 6'1", 230. Did a great job, and that's... they're tired. Carthage is tired. There's the look. Hole. Look at the hole. And he just goes right through every tackle.
Look at him bring those people with him.
Absolutely. Great job.
That Carthage defense has been out on the field a long time today. 1st and 10 from their own 48.
Ooh, they tried to take, almost got the ball from him. He held on. They blitzed. They got to get a little bit more, taking some chances. And they've got 9:58 left, and they're down by 2 touchdowns. And Vestal reestablishing the running game. They came up short there, loss of 1.
So the winner advances to the semifinals in Rochester next weekend.
Hope the weather's nice.
Yeah, you and I don't have to be there.
That's right.
2nd and 11, ball to the 47-yard line. Young with a pitch back to Davis. Davis taking it outside. He's not going to get anything this time.
McKenna, great tackle by... This is a big defensive stand for Carthage. At this point, I would say that when they had to, the defense from Vestal really started asserting itself and putting pressure on Kaufman, and then by getting those touchdowns and then getting the running game cranked up, it's tough for Carthage to do much, but they've got to do it here. They've got them 3rd and 11.
5 for 12 in 3rd down situations, a 3rd and 11 here. Young back to pass. Complete. Not going to be anywhere near a 1st down, however. And I think this time Coach Williams is going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go for this one. He's got a 2-touchdown lead. Put them back and let your defense do what they've been doing.
You know, you've only got 8:40 to go, and time is certainly an ally of Vestal now.
Oh, sure. It's a real nice tackle. They're very sure tackle. And he never goes down. Spencer, the man who caught that beautiful touchdown pass in the back of the end zone. Nice punt.
Fair catch called for by McKenna on about the 14-yard line. So with 8:20 to go, the Carthage Comets will take over, trailing by 14, 27-13. And Josh Kaufman and company are going to have to work some magic and do it in a hurry.
Don't count them out. I believe Fayetteville Manly's had them down 27-0 in the 3rd quarter in the playoffs, and they won 29-27. So they have the capability.
Carthage hasn't scored since 7:47 remained in the 2nd quarter. It's been all Vestal since then. Kaufman ripped to the ground as he keeps it.
You're right. He was hit hard. 68, Groover for the Golden Knights. Clock ticking down, under 8.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 18-yard line. You're in a situation where you almost have to pass. Pass complete, that's a first down. Jake Gifford picks it up. You know, you're in a situation where you have to pass. Vestal knows it,
right,
and that compromises you somewhere.
Yeah, you know, they kind of ignore all your play action. They've been blitzing people constantly. They're double teaming my man 28, Kurt Johnson, the guy who has been so active in there, up on the nose and inside. But you're right, they got to pass.
1st and 10, it's an I backfield. Receivers wide on each side and a whistle.
Somebody. Right tackle, I believe, moved his hand up.
Clock stops with 7 minutes,
Dead ball.
22 seconds.
False start. Offense. 1 and 15.
And Carthage can ill afford penalties, especially a dead ball penalty like this one.
Yeah, 71 was up, and then what came down wasn't set. Procedure penalty.
1st and 15, ball on the 25, I backfield again.
Campbell made the grab on the quarterback, but it was the running back had the ball. But you can see what they're doing. They're sending people all the time inside, all the inside, trying to put the pressure. Don't let them run inside. Don't let them set up inside to pass.
Dumas nearly gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and now the spot back a couple of yards, so it's going to set up a 2nd and 12 situation for Carthage. Ball on the Comets' 28-yard line. Look at that intensity on the defensive line.
Nope, that's going to give him the 5 back. Encroachment on Webster, I believe.
A little
45.
too much intensity.
Yeah, right, a little too much intensity. I'm going to give him a little bit of a break there, so it'll be about 2nd and 7.
Concerned looking on, Coach Kaufman. With the nose guard, Kurt Johnson, down on his knees. He's ready to go. 2nd and 7. Kaufman back again. Oh, boy. Here comes a pursuit, but it's a completion to Dumas near a first down. It's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Nice tackle by Young. Once again, they put the pressure up inside. They're double teaming number 28 right there, but that lets somebody else loose, and that's exactly what happens as you get the rush from the outside. And Kaufman paid the price, got the ball off, but it's going to be 3rd and short.
As if he's not weary enough, he just took a tremendous blast.
Yeah, he did. He took a shot, didn't he?
From the backside. 4 for 8 on 3rd down conversions for Carthage. Dumas.
No.
They didn't get it.
They didn't get him about 6 inches on that.
You're in a situation now where you've got to go for it on 4th down with just 5:33 to go in this ball game. Dumas has been a workhorse today as well, playing both ways.
Good penetration and whole right side of the line, and Johnson there.
4th and about half a yard. Let's see what Kaufman does.
That's close. That's going to be first, yeah.
Looks like they may have it. First down for Carthage. They'll move the chains. And it was Dumas who made it.
They put a double team. You know, when you're a nose guard, you're always going to get double team. They put a double team on 28 Johnson, who's been playing great. Watch what happens to him. Bang! He just disappeared out of the right side of the screen. They got a real nice block on him. He's been doing a great job all day. But, boy, when you're that nose guard, you're always going to have somebody coming down on you, and he's been playing very, very well.
1st and 10. Kaufman to pass. Wide open. Pass complete to Gifford for another first down. And Carthage moving the ball well, but the clock is down to under 5 minutes.
They've had a lot of receivers getting the ball. That's Gifford. McKenna had a lot of opportunities. Jeffers, and they're getting a lot more. Tallman. So they're spreading the ball around.
Gifford went out after that play, got the play, and came back in. Jeffers has to go high, and he gets leveled. Pass intended for Jeffers, but it is incomplete. complete out of bounds.
Hey, Young, the quarterback, you know, he delivers a lick when he's playing defense, too. He doesn't take it easy either side of the ball.
Hey, he's got to pay back, you know?
Yeah, right. One of the few occasions a quarterback has a chance to pay back. You're right. Way up in the air.
Don't care how much padding you're wearing, that has got to hurt. 2nd and 10 on the 46-yard line. Play action, complete to Gifford. He's got running room. He's on his way inside the 20, down to the 15, and brought down at about the 14-yard line. Big play for Carthage.
Yep, going to some different receivers. Let's see. It's just a play action fake 2-step drop, and he just hits 43, going right down the middle.
Gifford having a large part in this series for the Comets. Clock moving, 4:25 and counting. 1st and 10 on the 14. Kaufman's got some running room, underthrows. He was on the move as that pass was intended for number 41, Pat Stella.
Not the guy he wanted to go to, but the guy he ended up having to pass to. You know, when you roll right like that, gives the or left, but the short side of the field gives the defense a little bit of an advantage, because unless you can stop and throw back, you're cutting down what part of the field you can throw to. So Vestal did a nice job of defending that. He wanted to go long, had to go to the short man, and they came up short.
High backfield for the Comets. Kaufman fires. Oh, he had Gifford wide open, but overthrew him. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Just a straight drop, 5 steps, over the middle. Ooh.
Just ticked off his fingertips.
Just a little bit too far.
3rd and 10. We're in 4-down territory here. Kaufman again back to pass. This time, he connects with Gifford. Touchdown. Carthage on the board. What a play.
Great bullet, great catch. That was just set up perfectly.
Same play, wasn't it?
Yeah. Only Carthage. The ball was delivered right on the button.
Oh, boy. 27-19.
Gifford gets the ball delivered right where he wants it. Just makes actually great grab. He was really defended well.
Tremendous
by Davis.
Coverage by Davis.
He just that ball couldn't have been thrown any better. Davis was right on it.
PAT.
That's there.
That's big. That's important.
Yeah.
Carthage within a touchdown with 4:01 remaining. It is Vestal 27, the Comets 20, and we'll see what happens. The momentum, I don't know if it shifted, but Carthage really backs to the wall, did what they had to do to pull within a touchdown. This has been some ball game.
You know how many times either one of these teams could have folded up as adversity mounted up, but they didn't. And you can see Kaufman just a perfect strike and just a great grab and good defense. It was just the perfect play. You can't stop it. 15 for 28 now, 292 yards, 3 TDs, but 4 interceptions, and the interceptions have hurt. But Gifford couldn't have made a better grab.
14-yard touchdown catch that makes this tight. 27-20. We've got 4 minutes, 1 second remaining. Carthage on the sidelines. They have to be buoyed just a bit with a little more self-confidence as they come out here.
Yeah, you're not quite so tired now. You know, when you go out, Steve.
That second win.
Yeah. Geez, you got to get that little boost when that happens. Now, you still got 4 minutes. You got to be able to hold them and get the ball back in good field position. Looks like an onside kick look. I don't know whether they're going to do it, but that's the way it looks. A lot of time left to do this.
Slater and Williamson deep, but that may not even be a factor. We'll see if they have the good hands people up front.
That's an onside kick.
Onside kick.
Nice,
it goes
nice
10
bounce.
yards.
Oh, that's a great job by Vestal. But you know what? The kick was, you can't say perfect because they didn't get it, but you're supposed to kick it so it takes one little bounce and then a big hop, and that's exactly what happened.
85 yards covered, 12 plays, and it was Kaufman to Gifford. And on that kickoff return, it was one of the good hands people up front. It looked like it was Matt Davis who hauled that one in.
Let's see watch the hop. One little hop, then the big hop, and that's what you want, but you're right, it is number 35.
Oh, and he got popped.
Yeah, he did. Matt Davis, the sophomore, who's done so much today, did something again.
Vestal has the ball on their own 49-yard line. They lead by...
Decent yardage on first down.
And off to Davis. The clock continues to run, and that is exactly what the Golden Bears want. Each team with a couple of timeouts left. Clock ticking down, 3:37. They'll use up all the seconds on.
Young's looking at it, taking his time, getting to the line of scrimmage.
It's down to 7, 6, 5. They snap it with force.
Inside handoff.
Davis.
Super. He's got some yards.
But they get deep into Carthage territory inside the 26-yard line.
Good look at it here. Carthage, when you get a guy like that, he's a horse, and he just goes right through you, 210 pounds.
McKenna and Dumas on the tackle, 2:56 and counting. They give again. This time it's to Johnson. And he's wrestled down at the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to tick, 2:42.
1 yard. Second and 9.
Sets up a 2nd and 9, a 1-yard pickup. Ball on the 27.
Chris Stingman from Carthage is trying to get his shoe back on. Came right out of this. I think they're going to give him a little timeout.
Break. That's a good break for Carthage because the Comets get the clock to stop. They don't have to use a TO.
Well, we'll start it again as soon as he's got his shoe back on. So.
Again, 17-16 as the clock ticks away on the play clock. 2nd and 9. Young taking his time wisely. And a handoff to Davis. He breaks this one inside the 20. He's brought down at about the 16-yard line.
Didn't get the first. Let's see.
And now Carthage takes a timeout.
Yep, got the first.
The Comets ask for a timeout with 2:03 to go. That leaves them with 1. It's a first down.
We've seen it. Carthage has seen it all day. And you see this guy coming around the corner. That's what they have been doing. Joe Smith, 56, got a good block. Watch him right there. Hey. Joe Smith, great block.
Tell you what, Davis is just a sophomore.
Yeah.
We're going to keep an eye on him for the next couple of years.
Yep. He's had a great game. Vestal came back from that shaky first quarter. Actually, shaky first half till they got that. They
Final
scored with that 91-yard pass.
So the Carthage faithful still hoping for a miracle. Seconds remaining. Golden Bears on the move. Young steps up to the line of scrimmage. Johnson and Davis in the backfield. Barabee lined up to the near side. Davis brought down by Dumas. Clock continues to tick, and Carthage wants its final timeout. The Comets take it with 1:51 to go. Dumas had a fine game.
He has. They have been playing with a lot of heart. And I have to respect these guys so much. Both teams, the guys going both ways, and just the amount of energy it takes in this type of a game. That, you know, that there hasn't been a play that you can really take off and relax on. It's been constant pressure and constant defense or offense for these guys.
There's my man right there with the electric guitar. See, now when I was in the band, we didn't have an electric guitar.
Now, what instrument did you play?
I played the trumpet.
Okay.
Played the trumpet, yeah.
Did you march?
I marched.
Yeah.
I did everything, Dale. I was the total package when it came to the marching band. You see the Comets all out of timeouts. The Golden Bears have a couple left. They have the ball on the 21-yard line of the Comets with 1:51 remaining. 2nd and 14 situation, and Mike Dumas and company looking for a turnover, anything at this stage of the game. Oh, look at that. Kaufman leaps over the line of scrimmage, and he brought down Young. What a play by Josh Kaufman. Wow.
And Young is hurt.
I want to see that one again.
Kaufman, just a safety blitz, just came in and timed it, jumped right over the line, and he really, you know what happened? You see the hand? His hand went down. His left hand went down on the turf. Watch when he gets tackled. Watch his left hand. He tries to break his fall. You don't see it there, but he put his hand down on the turf, and he is hurting.
He's in a lot of pain. We're back to live action there, and you can see that he is in a good deal of pain. But what a gutsy play by Josh Kaufman as he catapulted over the line of scrimmage and brought down Mike Young.
Look at this.
Well, you can't get much more even than that.
387 to 352. You know, you're talking almost 800 yards of total offense.
This has been a fun football game to watch. Hope you've enjoyed it as you're watching it here.
Watch his hand right there. See that? Oh, you see the fingers, Ben?
Yep.
Great camera work, guys. But boy, that gives you an idea what this kid's gonna try to do. They're checking his fingers out. All 4 of them bent back.
Well, that would be a shame if at this late in the game Young goes down.
I don't think he's going to be back.
Brandon Webster, according to their roster, is the other quarterback.
Well, you know, he moved it. He put some ice on it. He's moving his fingers. That's probably a good sign. Here's your job. Go on in. We got 1:34 left. Don't make any mistakes.
And they're going to use Barabee at quarterback.
Yeah.
3rd and 21. Oh, and Barabee brought down.
Kaufman again.
What? Oh, Josh Kaufman. He is not ready to give up.
No, he's not.
Unfortunately, no timeouts left for
and the clock
Carthage,
just rolling.
And the clock continues to move.
He's just lining up in a gap. You know, I said it's a safety blitz, but he's playing up, putting 11 men in the line of scrimmage and shooting the gaps.
Clock continues to tick. A minute even to go.
He's back in.
They've got 12 seconds left on the play clock.
Young's back in. Ooh, that left hand.
24. Ball at the 31-yard line.
Probably can't take the snap under the center.
Shotgun. He goes long. He's
beautiful
looking for Barabee, and it's knocked away. Pass was intended for Barabee, but it was knocked away by Alex Zavakis. So now, 38 seconds to go. The Comets are going to get the ball back on the 31-yard line.
No, don't count them out.
They need to go 69 yards in 38 seconds. Let's see if they can do it.
Timeout, Vestal.
Kaufman already has a 77-yard connection to McKenna back in the second quarter.
Vestal took a timeout, Steve, to talk things over and talk to the safeties and say, get way back.
Way back.
get way back.
Well, 38 seconds is a lot of time if they use the clock wisely.
Yep.
Coach Kaufman talking to the troops.
Thing is, you got to get first downs too, unless you're just going to take 4 shots from your own 32-yard line. There's the timeout situation. Vestal has 1, Carthage none. So they've got to use sidelines, because if you catch the ball over the middle, even if you get a first down, it'll momentarily stop the clock, but they're going to have to do it on the sidelines.
Well, after what I saw Kaufman do defensively that last series, I won't put anything past him.
No.
He is a tremendous athlete. Both these quarterbacks have been exemplary today. Josh Kaufman, 15 for 28, thrown 3 touchdown passes. He has been picked off 4 times. 38 seconds left in this game. 1st and 10, ball on the Comet 31-yard line. Twin receivers line to the near side. He airs this one out. He's looking for Zavakis, and it is intercepted. Picked off. Jack Palmer.
Yep, he just saved the game.
Well, you know, we talked about it, Dale. You said they ought to go down the sidelines. I think you were right, because they were going for all the marbles on the one play.
Yeah, and they had a time, but yeah, you thought they might do some sideline stuff to get it at least a little bit down the field, but you're right, they went for the home run ball, and it's overthrown, and the 5th interception is going to be the one that's going to end it. As a nice play to really bring that ball in by Palmer. I mean, that was an over the shoulder catch, and he does a smart thing here. I think I'll just take a knee here, and I think I'm going to sit right down.
And speaking of taking a knee, that is all that Vestal is going to need to do with 28 seconds remaining, and the Golden Bears don't want to leave anything to chance. Dave Williams comes out and he's going to make sure that they secure this victory.
He's going to say, look, don't throw any passes, okay?
Take a knee.
Yeah.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Carthage. They came back and really fought hard to get back into this ball game.
Both of these teams, as I said, I think both of these teams could have kind of said, okay, you know, geez, we're get down on themselves, but they didn't. It's a credit to both teams. Vestal did not look good in the first quarter, came back, fought their way back, and they have done a tremendous job here.
Disappointment on the Carthage sidelines. Fantastic season drawing to a close for the Comets.
And
look at Davis and Johnson protecting him from behind. He takes a knee, and that ought to do it.
A lot closer than Vestal had been used to coming into this.
And the Golden Bears of Vestal from Section 4 will move on to the state semifinals next week in Rochester. Clock ticking down.
Great game by Young. A real gutsy player. And he's tired. Yeah, he's tired. That's an understatement.
Clock ticks down. The game is over officially. Vestal earns a 27-20 victory over Carthage. A hard-fought win at the Carrier Dome. That's going to do it. The final again, 27-20. Vestal moves on. For Dale Tribolter, Steve Heider saying thanks for watching Super Sunday 2.